Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? Just add a couple things in here to the feed real quick. All right, what's going on here? Here we are. All right, what's going on here? Turn that down. All right. I think we've got that pinned now. All right, guys. Hopefully everybody is doing really well today. Another rainy day here in Port Orange. So again, no beach. Bummer, I know. I thought I would come on here and answer some questions for you guys. And see how things go. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'm going to be giving away a free personal reading every week. The drawing will be on Wednesday for whoever gets that. We'll put a little note up there for that. There we go. Now we have a little note up there for that. So we'll just kind of hang out until somebody shows up and then answer some questions. I think our world is going a little crazy right now. I'm considering doing a conservative tarot channel where you guys can come in and ask questions. Hi, Jasmine. I'm great. How are you? Again, I need to remove slow mode out of the chat. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. Put your questions in the chat and I will see what the cards say. Hello, by the way. Excuse me. Awesome. If you want me to ask any questions of the cards, just pop them in the chat for me. Excuse me. You guys doing anything fun this weekend? General reading about love and career. Okay, let's see what comes up. Okay. Okay, the card that's coming up for you is the Eight of Swords. Okay, and the Eight of Swords reverse is on this side here. And what this is saying is that you have been recently a little bit tied up in knots about something. Swords are thoughts. So you've kind of been up in your head trying to figure something out and feeling like you're stuck. Okay? But if you see in this card where she's tied up, but she has that sword going through the ropes where she could easily get out of that situation. Okay? So whatever's got you tied up in your head, it's mostly in your head. Okay? So you have the power to get through that. The card representing the situation between love and career is the Knight of Swords. Okay, the Knight of Swords is somebody who kind of rushes in and kind of takes over. Very, very impulsive. Okay, this also can come up when you're about to receive some kind of written communication. Okay, so you may be getting ready to get a text message or an email. Okay, between these two cards affecting the situation is the Five of Wands. Okay, and this is the Five of Wands reversed in this deck, and it's a little bit of arguing and fighting, and this particular argument can lead to kind of a bad situation, maybe a breakup or something that's going to cause parties to go both ways. It's not like a heated debate. It's more of an actual fight that's going to cause some kind of break, okay? In the recent past, you've been feeling kind of like you've been out in the cold a little bit and a little down, a little kind of feeling sorry for yourself with this card. However, your future card is very optimistic. Okay, we've got the Strength card for the future, and what that is saying is that you're taking all of the knowledge that you've learned from all of this, and you're able to move forward and face it and have a good outcome because you've learned from it. Okay, you've taken all the strength from what you have inside to create a better situation for you. Now, this is the clarification cards that are coming up for this are the Lovers and the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card of walking away. So from everything else I'm seeing in these cards with the arguing and kind of being up in your head, it looks like you've been in a situation or you are in a situation where you need to walk away from some kind of partner. The further cards for clarification coming up is the Magician. Okay, and what this is telling me is that you have everything you need to create what it is that you're actually wanting. And you're going to do that. You just need to believe in yourself in order to do that. Okay? So it looks like you're kind of getting ready to go through a breakup if you haven't just gone through a breakup. Not seeing a whole lot with career coming up here. Careers, that usually comes up with Pentacles. Let me see if they want to tell us anything about that. Okay? You're going to be getting a message. You're definitely going to be getting a message with these two cards. Okay? And you need to stand your ground. Okay? So whatever this fighting is and these messages coming through, you need to stand your ground. It says that this card here is a card where you're working. So I think you're going to be staying where you're at in your career, but it's building up to something better to put you in a position where you are a leader of sorts. The King of Swords, he's very authoritarian. He has all of the knowledge. He is able to share that knowledge and kind of usually comes up with management type positions and increased financials. So I hope that helps. All right, Jasmine, let's see. happening with Jasmine's love life in July? I'm going to switch decks. Okay. Lots and lots of choices. This is what's happening. Okay, so the card that's coming up for you, Jasmine, is the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, you're very welcome. Very, very welcome. The Ace of Cups comes up at the beginning of a love relationship. You have a nice weekend. Okay, it denotes the very beginnings of usually an emotional love setting. It could be, it's just something very emotional. Okay, the situation, your love life, coming up as the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups means you have a lot of choices. Some of them you're not quite seeing just yet. However, you're focusing on the Five of Cups. You're focusing on, okay, the Three Cups here. You see, in the Five of Cups, you've got three spilled cups, but you have two over here, and this person's a little depressed because they're worried about these spilled cups and not paying attention to the two full cups back here. So when you're trying to make these choices, keep in mind that you've got something that you know, that's there for you, that's been there for you. Don't get too focused on what you feel like you don't have, because you still have these other down here. Okay? In the future, you're going to be moving away from, it looks like a person. Okay, this is moving out of troubled water. This is in the recent, or the coming up future, near future. Okay, you're going to be moving away from a situation that you're kind of considering troubled. All right. However, the clarification cards coming up are the Three of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Okay, the Three of Cups is a card of socialization, hanging out with your friends. Not necessarily a party, but it can mean a party. It just means you're out in a social setting, having a good time and celebrating. And the King of Cups is somebody who has everything they need. They're able to create what they don't have. They're able to take care of their family, take care of their friends, and they're very grounded in doing that. Okay, so it looks like you're going to have a few choices. You may be walking away from something that you've got going on right now in order to pursue one of those choices, but in the end, things are going to be working out pretty well for you. That's a good thing. Looks like you're going to have a good July. It's always nice to have choices. Hopefully that resonated for you. I think it will. I think it will happen. Just make sure you get yourself out there. You can't have all those choices if you're not putting yourself out there. I know I have a tendency to be a homebody myself, so. All right. Absolutely you can. Is the Libra man your wish come true? Okay, so the card that's coming up for you is the Two of Pentacles, which tells me you are juggling a couple situations here. He's coming up as the Empress, excuse me. A very nurturing kind of energy, okay? It is an energy that takes care of others, that is completely capable of taking care of themselves, has a very abundant lifestyle, can afford to do what they want, when they want, no questions asked, and bestows that same type of thing on the people that they're with, okay? Between the two of you is the King of Cups, okay? So there's a very emotional connection between you two. It's a very grounded connection. However, there's a tendency to get lost in emotions there, okay? And sometimes you have to take care to not get so focused on feelings that all the mundane everyday stuff goes bye-bye, and you guys have to really fight to get things back to where they need to be. It looks like it's a wish come true for the two of you, and this relationship is something that you both wanted and asked for. Or there is something coming up that's going to kind of, we'll just say, knock the foundation out from under you. Okay? It's not necessarily a bad card. Sometimes this can be for the better. But something's going to come along and kind of be a very sudden, unexpected change. Okay? That change is going to cause you guys to have to take a little bit of break. Not necessarily from each other, maybe from the world, and rest and kind of get your bearings back under you. However, you're going to be victorious over it, and it's going to be a happy situation. Now I'm getting the cards I pulled to clarify that further are the Five of Wands, okay, the Three of Cups, and the Six of Cups. So there's going to be some fighting around this situation, okay, and something is going to come from the past. Maybe it's a conversation you guys have had. Maybe it's just a hobby you guys have done together, something that's worked for you guys in the past, and it's going to be a cause for celebration. So I think it's a good connection. Let's see. Soulmate possibly. Twin flame doesn't look like it. We got a yes with the Ace of Cups here, but I don't have any major arcana cards in the cards that came out here. So twin flame, no, but possibly a soulmate. Keep in mind, though, we have many soulmates in our life. You're very welcome. Twin flames are kind of a pain in the butt anyways, with the whole running and chasing and running and chasing and running and chasing and taking forever to be together kind of thing. All right, guys, drop your questions in the chat. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you'd like to be added to the drawing for Wednesday. And we'll be doing a personal reading through a Zoom call. Sometimes they're toxic. They're kind of toxic to each other for a bit. I mean, twin flames are all about somebody who's here to bring out the shadow parts of yourself. Bring out all the negative things of yourself so you can learn from them. So you go through a lot of toxicity with that. But a lot of that's coming from you instead of from them. I think once you work through all that, it's a great relationship, but it's a whole lot of work and usually takes a really long time, and you go through a lot of separation in order to get there. Which is okay. We're here to do some work on ourselves anyways, but see what advice they want to give you. We use the Oracle deck for that. Okay. So we've got engage your higher reasoning, be decisive, speak up and say no, let go and enjoy. So that's telling me is you don't want to do something, don't do it just for his sake. You don't want to do something, just say no. You'll be respected for it. Fix something here. I get that card a lot when I've got people who've kind of lost themselves in a relationship. Just speak up and say no. Just make sure you are being authentically yourself, and you should be okay. All right, my cards got all flipped around. Hopefully that resonated for you. Good. That's one of the hardest lessons there is to learn. Put up those boundaries. I know I had trouble with that in my life, putting up boundaries. Not anymore, but for a very long time I did. Good. I'm glad. Make sure if you haven't subscribed that you subscribe so you can be entered in that drawing. How did you meet Mr. Lieberman? All right. So it appears we have lost our audience. I will probably sign off for now. And I will be back on here later, probably around 8 o'clock tonight.